everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to be joining this YouTube hop as it's my first. The co-brand design team have got together to bring you some Father's Day inspiration. So that's Gemma, Vicky, Monika and myself. And in the description box below you'll find a list of all participants and who to watch next. Please share the love, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channels please. And lastly, Craftstash has provided us with a 20% discount code which I will reveal later at the end of the video, so keep watching. Right, let's get started then. So today we're going to be making a card. It's going to be a shaker card and it's for Father's Day obviously, and it's from the 6x6 Platted with Love collection from Card Making Magic and the lovely Christina Griffiths. So I'll make this as easy as I can for you. Let's see, we've got the outside die and we're going to make the card base with that. So I've used an A4 piece of card, folded in half, and I'm going to place that die just over the edge. Can you see there? Just over the edge. And take that down and run it through the machine. If you have got a thickish card, you may need to run it through twice. So I've already done that to save time. And this is my card base. I've also cut out this frame die. So again, you'll need the outside die. So you can do it one of two ways. You can either place this down, leaving enough room for this one, or you can place that one down first, cut it, and then cut the inside. And when you've done that, you take this smaller square die and you place that in the middle of your die cut and you cut that, which gives you this nice frame. So once you've cut that, you pop that in the middle and cut it out. Right, the only other thing we need to do is take this one, and again we need to cut that and cut the frame, and it gives you this piece. So we'll be using that a little bit later on. So I'll pop those to one side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ink a kind of an ombre background. So I'm going to start with this navy one. It's a Distress Oxide and it's chipped sapphire. And I'm going to start at the top with this one. And it does take a while to blend this in, but I'll be as quick as I can. You can go as deep in colour as you like. You might need to do 2 layers, and I'm going about 1/3 of the way down. And the card, it is a stamping card, but it does really soak up the Distress Oxide ink. Now bear in mind that your frame will cover some of this, so if it's not 100% perfect, you have got things covering the centre too. So there's the blue, and then we'll go to the salty ocean when using next, and we'll blend this in a little before we move on. There we go. And then we have Hickory Smoke. I just like these 3 colours together, but obviously you use whatever you've got that will blend in nicely together. There's lots of different colourways you can do for a gentleman. that's about covered that. Just blend it in a little more. And I'll just go over that navy a little bit more on the top there. That's lovely, that's done. I'll just pop that to one side while I have a quick clean. And then the next thing we need to do is this little piece I'm going to colour in the salty ocean. Oh, this is reasonably quick to do, this one. Of course, if you're not an inky person, you don't really like inky mess, you can always just cut all your pieces out of coloured card. But I thought this was a little bit different. So we'll pop that to one side. And again, I just need to little clean. There we go. Right, so we've got our card. I'm just going to put a piece of clean card down in case that's still damp. So there's our card the right way up. Here's our frame. Now the next thing we're going to do is cut a piece of acetate just to the outside edge of the square. We want it to be able to stick it, we want to be able to stick it down within that frame, but not too close to this edge. And what I've done, I've cut some strips of the foam tape, quite thin, so that it's not seen when you turn your frame over. And I'm sticking this down because it's going to be a double depth frame. So I'll just cut that off there. I'd already stuck 3 down ready. And make sure that your ends butt up so that when you stick the acetate on top there aren't any gaps. So that's it, all off. And then we place the acetate on there. And that gives us a little recess in the top. You'll see why later. And then we're going to do another layer of foam. On top of this. And this will be for the shaker elements. Again, but the edges together so that we don't have any gaps. It's more important on this layer than the last one, to be fair. Now then, I need to just cut some more. So all I do is cut quite a thin strip. It's much easier than messing about with little foam pads when you're doing something like this. And you can use these little cut-off bits as well, so nothing goes to waste. And last one. right along the edge. That's it. So I'm just going to leave that to one side for a second, and I need this. This is what I'm looking for. This is going to be stuck down on the middle, but firstly I need to just get my frame, place it down and make sure that I'm putting that in the right place, so you can match up your pattern along the edge and your scallops. And if I just hold that down, that makes it about right. And if I've got a pencil, I can just mark there and there where that's going to go. And then we need some just glue around the edges first of all. And then glue some of these other pieces of pattern down, because you don't want your shaker bits getting caught up in those sections and going underneath if possible. You don't need to do every one, but just a few of them to make it stick down in the middle. Right, so following my little squares there that I did on the corners, and that should be correct. Yeah. And I'll just get a cloth and just get a little bit of seepage with the glue. Stick that down. Lovely. Right, now the next thing I want to do is to just rub the anti-static bag in here, onto the acetate, and it will stop everything from sticking to the acetate. Now, I did put some of the cutouts in this child one that I did, and I think they're quite good, but I've also got some stars which I've cut out from another set. You probably have stars in some of your sets from Christmas. I used this one, which is the Star Candles Festive Portals collection, again the card making magic one. So that might be a couple of years old now, so whether you can still get it I don't know, but I've cut out some of the smaller stars and I'm going to pop those in there. Let's get some more out. There we go. And we'll have some of these hollow stars too. And what you can do to stop these from sticking is just dab them with your anti-static bag, and it just helps a little for them not to stick so much. Also in here I've got a few little navy sequins, and I know this is for dads, but why not put them a few sequins in as well. So now we're going to stick this on the top. And we line it up, pop that down like so. Now we've got one little thing now to do. So we want a piece of card, I'll use a spare piece, and there's a stencil with this set. and this one is the Perfect Weave A5 stencil. So I just want to do a little square, so I'll just get some tape and hold that down. Well used tape, this one. And then I want my colours again. So I'll start off with my navy again. I'm only doing a small square, so I don't need to go mad covering a large area. There we go. And now the hickory smoke. And then what I need to do is cut out a little square. If you've got nesting dies, I'm sure you'll have some square ones. These are obviously the Card Making Magic square alternate stitch nestables, and I'm going to use quite a smallish one. So I've covered the area I need, so that's good. And I just need to cut out this piece here. And there we have that nice little square. Right, so we're going now to stick this down with some foam pads. There we go, I'm nearly done. That's it. And as I've got navy at the top, I'm going to have this colour at the top for a change. And I'm going to turn it this way and pop it in there, and it just about sits inside that little recess that we did there. And then finally, coloured a piece of card just in the navy. The chip sapphire, I should say, and I've cut out Best Dad, and those are from this collection. I'm sure you'll have lots of other things. Ultimate Relations, again by Card Making Magic. So I'm trying to show you everything I've used, but I know you can use what you have at home as well. I will link everything below that I've used should you wish to have a look at that on the Craftstash website. Now then, I've cut out also a star from that previous set, and I am going to put Best Dad on there, just as a change from Happy Father's Day. So we'll just stick this down. A little bit of glue on there. There we go. best, Dad. And we can pop that on that side or up the corner. I think we'll do it there with another sticky pad. There we go. And that gives us a nice little shaker card. Masculine, it's not something you think of with card making magic, but that one, and there are a few other sets as well you can do a masculine card with. So I hope you like this, and I hope you'll give it a go, and try your own colours out, work with what you've got. And as I say, if you don't like to get inky and messy, then you can just cut out the different elements in different coloured card. Right, so thank you very much for joining me, and I'll give you the code now. So it's a 20% discount code that Craftstash are giving us. It's valid until 23:59 precisely on May the 31st, and it's against Craftstash's own brand and co-brand products. So if you use the code CB20, that will get you that 20% off. And please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and go on to the next video to watch that one. I hope you'll watch them all, because I'm sure the girls have done some fantastic videos for you. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and thank you again for joining me today. Bye for now.